Hey Hooper, it's Deanne Love here, and we are getting creative because we are creating combos or flow sessions, and that's where we pick tricks and put them together. We have just wrapped up over on learn.hooplovers.tv, the place to be if you want to learn more hooping with me and other hoopers around the planet. We have just wrapped up our creating combos workshop, and you can still get it, and it's only $11 and it's amazing. Or stick around because we're going to create a flow session, a sequence of moves right here and now. I have picked 4 moves, and what I want this tutorial to show you is that you can take something very simple and basic and then expand, and constantly create for continuous flow. So here are the 4 moves that we're going to use in this tutorial. Grab your hoop while I'm letting you know. A step through, passing, isolations, and vortex. Let's first of all have a look at what those 4 moves might be. A step through could be any way that you step through your hoop. In fact, I believe there's a tutorial. There has to be on step throughs. You can look up step through, hoop step through, Deanne Love, hoop step through, any way that you like to step through the hoop. So have a little warm up. What is a step through for you? The second move is passing, and passing can be passing around with your knuckles up, can be passing high and low, could be passing on a different body part, could be passing with elbows, could be a vertical pass, could be a horizontal pass. So you can see there's lots in the passing hoop family. The next one is an isolation. Many hoopers go for this center isolation, but of course we have ghosting isolations. We have folding isolations. We have many different styles of isolation. So you could continuously do this 4-trick sequence with different types of tricks each time within that family. And the last one is a vortex. And I definitely have a few tutorials on a vortex. If this one is feeling a little wobbly for you, let the wobble be there. It's all totally cool. And there are variations. You could do this alternating vortex. You could do a one-hand vortex. The most important thing is, or you could do the traditional, original OG vortex, down and up, floating that hoop. Woohoo! Okay, so, but what we're here to do is to create sequences so we can continuously flow. And what that does is then create these pathways that we have on tap all of the time whenever you pick up your hoop. So your flow is always there. You don't have to search for it, especially when you do this stuff. So let's go. A step through, to passing, to iso, to vortex. This is just one way. You might already be creating your own. So a step through, I'm going to do this revolving door step through. I'm going to pass, and just to add a little bit of flavor, I'm going to pass it on my foot as well. When I bring the hoop to the front, I'm going to do this above the head iso, and then into a one-hand vortex. Just to do something a little bit different. But yours could still be those 4 tricks in that sequence, but with different flavors. All right, so break this one down. I'm going to use my right hand, left leg, and we hinge the hoop around and step through. You can do that standing still or turning, up to you. To transition to the next move, I take my knuckles up and my wrist down, and I'm going to pass at the front and then at the back. Now, if you grab at the back and your second hand has the palm up, you might twist it. That's okay. It becomes this twister or this 2-hand helicopter vibe, and that is super cool. So it's okay to keep adding and keep adding. But if you want to pass on this flat horizontal plane, point your fingers together, and then see if you can remind your second hand to face palm down. And it's okay to take your time or to speed up. If you want to add that foot pass as well, the next time you bring your hoop around, I'm going from right hand to left foot. I take my foot up and then bring it back around to that right. A lot of balance here, around to the right hand. Then I'm going to bring my hoop into the front plane. My right hand, could be your left hand, is going to do all the work, and my left hand is going to be a ghost. So I'm going to wrap around the tube, the pipe of the hoop, and then it's just my right hand that's essentially doing this. So it's taking the hoop up and down, but my left hand is there to guide, and we want some symmetry. So as the right hand moves, the left hand goes with it. So when you get to about 3 and 9, they are parallel with each other, and then you're going to raise your hoop up if you have the space, and then your pinkies will go together and down. If you don't have the space, you can still do this kind of outside ghosting isolation. In a different space. Now, we're going to transition into the one-hand vortex. So what I'm going to do, my right hand is being dominant right now, I'm going to swing the hoop around so that I get inside my hoop. If at any time you need to hold, to reposition, it's totally fine. You don't have to put lots of pressure on this hand. You have this other arm to support you, to guide you. Now, we've gone from a ghosting isolation. I'm going to wrap around, and I instantly want to take the hoop up and down. Up. So I need to create some momentum so that my hoop doesn't fall. Gravity doesn't take over. And what we're doing for this one-hand vortex is we're keeping whatever arm is doing the action at the side of our body. So we don't want to go too far in front, and we certainly don't want to go too far behind. And as I turn, so if it's in my right hand, I'm turning to the left, I'm going to propel the hoop up, and I let go at the top and do one spin. You don't have to. You can just go up and down without letting go, but I like to give that little release. And it's almost like I get this float over the back of my hand. So let's go through that again. Step through, passing, foot pass, ISO, fold on, one-hand vortex. Does yours look different? Perhaps it does. Here is a variation. Here's something that you can do to mix it up. You can put in your own style and flavor. You can create some beat punctuation by using a certain type of music where you kind of hit the beat. So maybe there's a lot of bounce and movement, and then pass however you like, and then it slows down and you're going to ISO, and then bam, you go again. Or the second option is to mix those moves up. So the sequence was step through, pass, ISO, vortex. What if you went vortex, ISO, pass, step through? Or what if you completely mix them up? And that is the beauty of taking 4, 5, 8, 2 hoop moves or hoop tricks and playing with those, creating new pathways, creating new combos, creating new flow sessions. Amazing, as always. Don't forget to go over to learn.hooplovers.tv and check out all of those courses over there. I'm be doing monthly online courses with hundreds of hoopers around the planet. How cool is this community? Come and join me. Check out all of the awesomeness, and don't forget to go back and see some of the other creative combos that we have made in this YouTube playlist series. Links below. As always, most important thing is that you move in your groove and being you. Big hoop love from me to you. Mwah.